Hi everyone! I can see that everything is working. The signal is full because I'm streaming and recording on my Twitch via OBS Studio. Hi Twitch people! I can see that everything is working. My streaming is working because I have full green signal on my OBS Studio, and recording in the same time is working too. Okay, we can start. Hi everyone, hi Twitch people, hi everyone. Yes, I can repeat myself because I'm streaming on my Twitch channel, because I think Twitch is better than YouTube because it's more popular for streamers. There are more streamers on Twitch, and I don't need to prepare myself before streaming. Yes, I don't need to write setup because I can do it after the streaming, and that's great. And I can send streaming for Twitch to YouTube. Perfect thing. People do it. If do it, I can recommend you. And we can start. Hi everyone. I'm Peter, your host. I'm owner of Peter's English Podcast. My Peter's English Podcast is English podcast about learning English, and is about writing and reading my own fairy tales in English and my own novel that is comedy sitcom series Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. Yesterday, people, I've introduced you to season 2 of my novel Vera the Vampire Girl Diary, but now first I'm going to introduce myself for everyone because no one knows me. I know. I'm Peter, I'm 34 years old. I like learning English and doing my podcast. I want to learn English because I want to visit foreign countries. I want to improve my life. I want to have better paid job. I want to live without language barriers, and I want to I want to meet other learners of learning English who are making their own English podcast, and they are writing their own English novel are publishing it on their YouTube channels. I've been learning English since August 2022. The first year I was only learning English grammar. I was thinking that learn English grammar and that's it. You will speak English. But no. Thanks to Vyuka online and Jazykové mentoring SK, I've opened my eyes and I discovered, thanks to these people, hi everyone, and thank you for a great job, that there are a lot of aspects of learning English. The first is reading, writing, speaking, listening, English grammar, pronunciation, and that's it. You have to practice it all, of course, because everything is important. And yes, in the start of every episode, I'm talking about these aspects because I want to share with you how to learn English. You have to practice your listening skills. Yes, people, listening is very important for you. I recommend you listen to my favorite English podcast because my English podcasts are for learners of English. They use natural English conversation. They are funny, interesting, and educational. You have to do it regularly, and the best thing is that you can do it everything at home, and you can listen to it in the same time. Yes, because you have to listen your audio podcast. Yes, people. The second thing is you have to practice your writing skills in English. Why? Because you have to do it regularly when you want to improve your vocabulary and you want to improve your using. Yes, if you want to improve your your writing skills, and the best way you can write with your friend in English. You can chat with other English learners. You can practice your English with AI chatbots. This is really good. I really recommend you. And the best thing is write your own stories in English. Create your own English novel. It don't need to be long. It can be only sitcom comedy, like myself, like my novel variant of Vampire Girl Diary. And thanks to your own English novel, that has to be interesting for you. You can improve your writing skills. And the next topic is speaking skills. Yes, you can do self-talk. That means you can speaking with yourself. You can speak. You have to think in English. You can speak with yourself, with self-talk, and you can record yourself offline. But I really recommend you create your own English podcast. Why? Because you can do something interesting, because your English podcast has to be about your hobbies. You have to do it regularly, and thanks to your own English podcast, you can practice your appearance. You can defeat your shyness, and you can improve your speaking skills in English. And I really recommend you write your own English novel and publish it in your podcast. And you have to do it regularly, and you can do something interesting, funny, and educational in the same time, and use the help of AI chatbots. There are free AI chatbots. The most famous are Gemini AI from Google, Microsoft Copilot from Microsoft, and ChatGPT by OpenAI. What are AI chatbots? AI chatbots are artificial intelligent chatbots created by these companies. You can chat with it in English. It can be very good English teacher. It can give you very good feedback. You can practice your English with it. It can find you every important information on the internet, and you can use the help of it for your podcast, like me, people, because I started my Peter's English podcast thanks to AI chatbots. And yes, vocabulary. You can play with flashcard apps. They are good, but I think the better idea is create your own novel in English, and then you can practice your vocabulary more funniest way, because only flashcard apps don't work for me, but for you can work. Yes, and what else? Yes, you have to practice your pronunciation. You can listen. I don't practice pronunciation a lot. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm practicing it because I'm doing my own Peter's English podcast, and you can do it the same. Create your English podcast and practice it, and practice your pronunciation in your podcast. Or you can do shadowing. That means you can say the same that your own English podcasters. But I think yes, you can do it. I really recommend you. I'm not doing it. I have to tell you that I'm not doing it, but I'm practicing my English pronunciation in my podcast, and that's better too. But you can do it. Yes. What else? Yes, this was the quick information how to practice your English. And now we can start with the main topic of this podcast. I decided to create my own tutorial, learn English with Peter with the help of AI Chatbots. I decided to help you, and I want to share with you my opinions how to learn English, and these informations I found on Jazykový mentoring and Výuka AI online. And I want to share it, and I want to share this information with everyone, yes, because I want to help you, and I want to share with everyone that learning English can be funny, educational, and you can find your hobby for the whole year, not for only 1 year. I was thinking for you can learning English can be funny, educational, and you can do it forever. Yes, because learning English learning English is not learning English grammar in books and sitting in the class. No. This means I tell you my way. I like watching movies and series in English. I like listening to my favorite English podcasts and audiobooks in English. And I like doing my own Peter's English podcast, that is English podcast about learning English. And I like writing my own fairy tales in English, and I like doing my own English novel that is comedy sitcom inspired by my life. There are the Vampire Girl Diary, and I think learning English can be funny and educational for you. And this episode is the last episode of my English tutorial was about speaking. This episode is about listening. Yes, people, listening is very important for you because you have to listen a lot. And the best thing how to practice your listening is discover a big world of English content. You can watch movies and series in English. You can listen to a lot of English podcasts, but I recommend you listen to my favorite English podcast for learning English. I'm sorry. And we can continue. I'm okay. And you can listen to your favorite English audiobooks in English, and you can listen and you can read and listen your audiobooks and ebooks of the same novel in the same time. Or you can and the best thing is that you can listen to your favorite English podcasts and audiobooks you are doing something at home. You can cook and listen to your favorite English podcast. You can clean or vacuuming your house when you are listening while you are listening your favorite English podcast. You can work in the garden while you are listening your English podcast. There are a lot of options, and I discovered that I like listening to my favorite English podcast while I'm working in the garden or working at home. And I recommend you do it too. You can do important housework, and you can listen to and learn English in the same time. That means you don't need to find time for listening. Listen and work at home in the same time, and it's funny, educational, and you can do all your work. I discovered that when I'm working at home and listen, and while I'm listening to my favorite English podcast, I can really do. In this case, I like working at home while I'm listening my favorite English podcast. It's the best thing in the world for me. It's my hobby. Yes, people, I can really tell you it's my hobby because I like doing my chores and listening to my favorite English podcast at the same time. And yes, what else? Now, what else about listening? The best thing is now I want to speak with my digital co-host Microsoft Copilot. Because why? Because it's my favorite AI chatbot, but you can speak with other AI chatbots, and I want to speak with Microsoft Copilot about this topic, about listening, and we can start. I've been streaming and recording on my Twitch via OBS Studio the new video episode of my podcast for 15 minutes. We found your help. Now tell my audience the new video episode of my podcast for 15 minutes without your help about listening. Now tell my audience what's listening, why is important for you, and why is important to you, how to listen, and what's podcast in general. Yes, people, I really recommend you to tell you that there is a big world of English podcasts. What is an English podcast? English audio podcast is like radio show in English, or when is video podcast is a TV show in English that you can download on YouTube or your podcast apps. Yes, you can download your podcast app from your phone, and you can listen to whatever you want, wherever you want. And now we can talk. And you can, and believe me, there are a lot of English podcasts. And my favorite English podcasts are the best for me. But you can find better, but I think mine are very good. I want to tell you that I want to share with you that my English podcasts are my favorite English podcasts are good because they are good for you too. And we can start. Here is the message, the answer of Microsoft Copilot. Peter, you crushing it, and now it's time to give your audience a clear, engaging breakdown of listening and podcasts in your signature style. Here's a segment you can use or adapt for your stream, podcast, or social media. What is listening? Listening isn't just hearing. It's actively paying attention to sounds, words, tone, and meaning. It's how we connect, understand, and learn, especially when it comes to language. While listening is important for learning English, it trains your brain to recognize natural speech, accents, and rhythm. It builds vocabulary without needing a textbook. It improves pronunciation by hearing how words are really spoken. It boosts confidence. You start understanding more, even in fast conversations. Listening is like the gym for your ears. The more you do it, the stronger your language skills get. Now, what is a podcast? A podcast is like a radio show you can listen to anytime and anywhere. It's usually audio only, and it can be about anything: stories, interviews, tutorials, comedy, or even vampire diaries. Podcasts are perfect for English learners because you can listen while walking, cooking, or chilling. You hear real conversations and natural expressions. You can choose topics you love, which make learning fun. How to practice listening? Here's Peter's method. Feel free to say this live. Start with something you enjoy, a podcast, a YouTube video, even a movie. Listen once for fun. Then again with subtitles or a transcript. Pause, repeat, shadow the speaker. And don't worry if you don't understand everything. Just keep going. Your brain is learning even when you think it's not. Now, people, I want to introduce my favorite English podcast and influencers that thanks to it I've improved my English. The first is the first of my I listen 3 favorite English podcasts. The first is Luke's English podcast. Luke's English podcast is very good British English podcast. The host and owner is Luke Thompson. He is an English teacher, stand-up comedian, very good father, and he is from London. His podcast is very funny, educational, and every episode has 1 hour, and there are at least 950 episodes. And don't forget, Luke offers LEP Premium. Yes, LEP Premium is Luke's VIP podcast about English grammar and pronunciation, and the price is €6 per month. I really recommend you because you can improve your English, and you can help Luke do his podcast. Because Luke's English podcast is my favorite English podcast that offers a lot of free episodes and very good LEP Premium. The paid podcast that is about real learning, and Luke is very good, very funny, stand-up comedian, English teacher, and I like him a lot. I'm the member of the LEP Premium, and I'm Labster. Yes, people, I'm Labster. I want to help Luke. That I don't know if everyone knows his podcast, because his job is very good. Hi, Luke, and thank you for a great job. The second, and yes, of course, Luke's English podcast is about British natural English conversation with his friends, family, and rambling. Yes, Luke, I like Luke's rambling because it's great, funny, and educational. Luke, you are very good. My favorite English podcast is All Ears English Podcast. All Ears English Podcast is American English podcast with 2 female co-hosts from the USA, and their podcast is about learning American English with humor and fun. It's about American English conversations and English grammar. It's very good, and I recommend you. And the third is Speak English Podcast Now with Georgiana. Speak English Podcast Now with Georgiana is American English podcast about learning American English and culture. Georgiana is very beautiful and very good English teacher, and she offers free English podcast and paid courses, I think. And yes, of course, all this English podcast offers paid service for learning English too. And now I want to talk about jazykový mentoring led by Slovak polyglot Lidka. She speaks 9 languages. She's a very good English teacher, and her jazykový mentoring is the best Slovak language school for everyone, because she offers free English free videos on YouTube how to learn English. And you can use her paid service, or you can watch her free videos. I really recommend you, and I want to help her. And yes, people from you, I like Výuka aj online, led by Czech English teacher Eliška Krasná from Czechia, and she offers free videos how to learn English and paid service too. And I really recommend you to use it, both services. You can choose your favorite. And now I want to talk about it with my digital co-host, Microsoft Copilot. We can talk about my favorite English podcast. Tell my audience about LEP and LEP Premium. We have to wait. Okay. Absolutely, Peter. Let's introduce your audience to one of your favorite English learning treasures. Luke's English Podcast and LEP Premium. Luke's English Podcast LEP. LEP is a legendary podcast hosted by Luke Thompson, a British English teacher with a knack for mixing education with entertainment. It's perfect for learners who want to improve their listening skills while enjoying real conversations, stories, and humor. What makes LEP special? Authentic British English. Luke speaks naturally, so listeners get used to real-life pronunciation and rhythm. Wide variety of topics from culture and comedy to grammar and vocabulary. Guest interviews, native speakers, learners, and experts join the show. Free episodes. Available on all major platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Now, LEP Premium. LEP Premium is the paid version of the podcast, designed for serious learners who want to go deeper. What you get? In-depth lessons focused on vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. PDF worksheets with transcripts, exercises, and memory tools. Video versions. Watch Luke teach with on-screen text and visuals. Ad-free listening. Enjoy the content without interruption. Luke has created over 200 premium episodes plus new ones every month. It's hosted on Supercast and you can easily add it to your favorite podcast app. Why your audience should try it? It's perfect for intermediate to advanced learners. It helps build fluency and confidence in real world English. It's fun, relatable, and packed with useful content. It's one of Peter's top picks, and that says a lot. Yes, people, Luke's English Podcast is my favorite English podcast. Hi, Luke. Thank you for your great job. I'm your big fan. Hi, Master Luke. And yes, people, Luke's English Podcast has inspired me to create my own Peter's English Podcast, where Luke was talking in one of his episodes, create your own English podcast. And now we can continue. Tell people about all ears English podcast, free and paid service. Absolutely, Peter. Let's shine a spotlight on another of your top English learning picks, the All Ears English Podcast. A vibrant, high-energy show that's all about connection, not perfection. All Ears English Podcast free version. Hosted by Lindsay McMahon and Michelle Kaplan, this podcast is a favorite among intermediate to advanced learners who want to sound natural and confident in American English. What you get for free? 5 new episodes every week, packed with real-life English idioms, phrasal verbs, and cultural tips. Fun and engaging hosts Lindsay and Michelle bring humor, personality, and practical advice. Wide range of topics from small talk and business English to dating, travel, and American etiquette. Exam support tips for IELTS, TOEFL, and TOEIC from expert Jessica Beck. Available on all major platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, and more. I'm sorry, people. Peter, calm down. It's very hard to do this job. It's not my job. I'm doing as my hobby. Yes, people, I'm doing it for free. It's not my job. I like doing it for free. And we can continue. All Ears English paid service. For learners who want to go deeper, All Ears English offers premium programs tailored to specific goals. Premium options: Business English course. Improve your professional communication with 3 episodes per week. IELTS Energy podcast and courses. Learn from a former examiner and aim for Band 7+. Fluency courses. Focused on pronunciation, vocabulary and speaking confidence. Level check quiz. Find your current English level and get personalized recommendations. These paid services are hosted on their official website, where learners can choose the path that fits their goals best. Why it's for exploring. It's one of the most dynamic and learner-friendly podcasts out there. The free content alone is a goldmine. The paid option offers serious value for career and exam success. It's another my Peter April pick, and that means it's got style, substance and staying power. And now we can talk about tell people about Speak English Podcast.com free podcast and paid service. I've been streaming for 32 minutes. We can continue with the message about the topic. Absolutely, Peter. Let's introduce your audience to another gem in your English learning toolkit, Speak English Podcast by Georgiana, a unique and powerful resource for learners who want to speak fluently without getting bogged down by grammar rules. Speak English Podcast free version, hosted by Georgiana, a multilingual English teacher. This podcast is designed to help learners train their brain to speak English naturally. It's ideal for beginners to intermediate learners who want to improve their listening and speaking skills without traditional grammar drills. What you get for free: short, focused episode, typically 10 to 15 minutes long, perfect for busy learners. Mini stories and point of view lessons designed to help you think in English. No grammar explanations, just immersive listening and repetition. Available on all major platforms. Georgiana's method is based on listening, repeating and speaking, helping learners stop translating in their heads and start speaking confidently. Speak English Podcast Premium Service. For learners who want to go deeper, Georgiana offers several paid options that build fluency step by step. Premium options, complete courses, including Speak English Now, Fluency course and Business English. Mini story lessons, train your brain with interactive storytelling. Point of view lessons, hear the same story in different tenses to master grammar naturally. PDF transcripts and exercises, reinforce what you hear with written practice. One-on-one coaching, personalized sessions with Georgiana to boost confidence and fluency. These programs are available directly on speakenglishpodcast.com. People, I want to share with you for free. It's not a paid ad or something like that. No, I want to share with you my favorite English podcasts that are really good for you. And we can continue why it stands out. It's perfect for learners who feel stuck after years of study. It uses a proven method that skips grammar and focuses on speaking. Georgiana's voice is clear, friendly and easy to understand. It's one of my Peter's top picks, which means it's practical, effective and learner improved. Now, tell people about Jazykové mentoring and Výuka online. CZ. We can continue. You've got a great eye for powerful language learning platforms, Peter. Let's introduce your audience to two stand-up services from Slovakia and the Czech Republic that are transforming how people learn English and other languages. Jazykové mentoring.sk and Výuka aj online.cz. Jazykové mentoring.sk. Learn languages the smart way. Founded by polyglot and TED speaker Lidia Machová, this platform helps learners become independent Language masters using methods that are fun, effective and personalized. Free resources, webinars and blog posts full of tips on how to learn any language on your own. Inspiring success stories, real learners who went from zero to fluent without traditional classes. TED Talk, Lida's viral presentation on how polyglots learn languages. Paid services, online courses like Meister Jazykov, a 7-hour video course teaching polyglot strategies. Language mentoring programs, group-based learning with accountability and support. Custom learning plans, tailored to your schedule, goals and interests. Community of motivated learners. Share your progress and stay inspired. You can explore it all on jazykovymentoring.sk. And now, the last thing, vyuka.online.cz, personalized English coaching. Created by Eliška, a certified English coach with over 10,000 lessons taught. This Czech-based platform offers flexible, interactive learning for all levels. Free resources, YouTube channel packed with travel, English, grammar tips and motivational content. Free webinars and blog, learn how to study smarter, not harder. Paid services, individual mentoring, customized lessons based on your goals and schedule, online club for self-learners, community support, instructor guidance, summer intensives and beginner courses, perfect for kickstarting your English, narrow language coaching, a brain-friendly method for faster results. You can check out her offerings at vyuka.online.cz. And now, why your audience should care. Both platforms focus on autonomy and motivation. No boring textbooks, no endless grammar drills. They're perfect for learners who want flexibility, community and real progress. And most importantly, they're Peter improved, which means they're not just good, they're game changers. Yes, people, both my favorite platforms, Jazykový mentoring .sk and vyuka.online.cz, are very good services for learning English from Czechia and Slovakia. And there are offers free videos how to learn English and paid service. I really recommend you to use it. I think that's all what you wanted to tell, and I hope that this episode opens your eyes, and I want to share with everyone that learning English can be fun, educational and modern, and you don't need to sit somewhere in class and learn boring English grammar without fun. No. This is the past. Learning English is funny, educational for everyone. You can create your own English podcast. You can change your life. You can have a better paid job. You can live without language barriers, and it's great. And I really recommend you keep learning English, keep doing your podcast, keep writing your novel in English, and have fun. Follow me everywhere, and I hope that I've helped my favorite English podcasters and my favorite Slovak and Czech platforms. And thank you all. Thank you guys for your great job. Thank you all. I want to congratulate my favorite English podcasters and Vyuka.online and jazykovymentoring.sk. Thank you guys. Thank you all for your great job. Thanks to you, I've really improved my speaking skills and my English in general. Thank you. Please follow them. Please, they are telling truth, and I want to end this tutorial, and I hope it will be useful for you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Follow me everywhere. Keep learning English. Have fun with learning English, because learning English can be funny, educational in the same time. Yes, of course, the 90% of the world speak English. and now wait a minute. Yes, of course. I want to tell you that in learning that English is an international language, and you can really improve your life. And the 90% of internet is in English, and that's true, real. And you can learn English and change your life forever. And thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I want to tell you bye bye.